In this lesson, we will learn to create forms. So let's get started. When you enroll for web development training program, you must have filled this sign up form. Forms are used to collect users input which can be stored in database or can be sent to server for processing. Forms can take different kind of inputs. In this example here, you can give text inputs such as name, last name and email ID. Numeric inputs such as phone number. You may also ask users to choose from predefined inputs. In this case, batch and objective of training program are such inputs. Let us learn how forms are created using HTML. As is the case, we will start learning in test file. I have added h1 element and given some padding and margin to it so that I can have some content at the top. We use form element to create a form. Input element is used with type attribute to define the type of input, that is text, numericals or selection, etc. that user can provide. Let us create a sample form using these two elements we just learned. Let us see how this form looks like. You would see that it creates a single input field to enter text input. Google homepage has a single input field that all of us have grown so accustomed to use. If we did not use the h1 element here along with its padding and margin, this input field without the styling would be at top of our page. Let us experiment little more with our form. You must have observed that often these input fields have instruction as to what you are supposed to fill in it. The helper text that you see in these input fields is called placeholder. Let us add placeholder in the form. You can add placeholder text as value of placeholder attribute that you should use. When we see the output, you would observe that the input field has an instruction for the users. Let me make it two input fields, maybe first name and last name. Also, form always have way to submit the user's input. So let us add a submit button along with two input fields. This is how we will do it. We also added name attributes with the value as first name and last name for respective input fields. You would see that I have given two line breaks at the end of input field. Let us see how the output looks. You would see that we have created two input fields. We have also added new attribute name. Name attribute assigns users input against the value of the name attribute. That is, the user input in the input field 1 will be assigned to first name and user's input in the input field 2 will be assigned to last name. We have created another input. Value of the type attribute for this new input is submit. Let us see how the output looks like. You would see that we have created three input fields. Two of them are supposed to accept text inputs from the user. The final input looks like a submit button. Please note that a button is different from submit input of the form. Submit has functionality unlike button. It is used to submit values entered by the user. Instead of placeholder, you can have predefined value as well. All you have to do is use value attribute with value as predefined value you would like to have. In this lesson, we learned to create forms and to add input fields to allow users to submit text content. In the next lesson, we will learn how to create a form that will allow users to select input from multiple choices.